Hello and welcome to a very special program here on India Today TV. We are calling it India's Family Number One, a family that should inspire millions of Indians. Please welcome on my show today Deepa Malik,
Hello.
Who is of course now the Paralympic medal winner, the first Indian woman to win a medal at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Congratulations, Deepa.
Thank you.
And lovely to see that medal in your hand.
Yes.
But I have three more special guests. I have your husband,
Yes.
a man who perhaps deserves 50% of the credit, some would say, for that medal. Colonel Bikram Singh Malik, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And your lovely daughters, Devika and Ambika, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Didn't have much of a joy.
Which is why I called you India's Family Number One. And our viewers are going to understand that soon. But tell me, holding that medal, how are you feeling?
Oh, it's a very, very precious feeling, and it's very overwhelming. And I say that especially so because the way the medal has been greeted and celebrated by the entire nation. It has just not been one of those medals which we win and we quietly come home, eat mithai and feel happy about. Honestly, a huge thank you to all of you, because the kind of awareness and the kind of talk that has gone around through your channels and the media, and the way everyone has tweeted, the Prime Minister, the Sports Minister, the who's who have tweeted and celebrated the medal.
I have showed me something about that medal.
Yes.
Just, if you could just, if you know.
Yeah, so the specially about this medal is that it rattles.
Yes.
So,
So
this
the
is the first time
Paralympian medal rattles.
It rattles because this is for the visually impaired to celebrate, and each medal has a different sound so that we can differentiate between the gold, the silver and the bronze. And another very, very beautiful thing is that it also has engraving in braille.
Wonderful.
So a
this
very
is
thoughtful.
yeah, so it has a rattle and it has an engraving in braille for the visually challenged.
Yes.
It's it's terrific. I see you still. She's still wearing the T-shirt of Rio 2016.
Yes, I think I am practically a new wardrobe. And anything that I wear has a Rio thing on it.
How has she changed, girls, since she's won the medal? Is she more difficult to deal with or easier to deal with?
No, I don't think she's changed at all. In fact, like she said, all the media attention that we are getting and all the wonderful congratulatory messages that we are getting, even though it's been very tiring for her, but she's been very gracious with it all, and it's really amazing.
It is. It is. Amika, now that you go to college, when you go to college, do you does anyone come and say, I want to meet your mother, I want to take her autograph?
Yes, all my friends, in fact my professors also, they were like, you must get your mom sometime on campus. We would like to meet her.
Maybe you should ask them for extra marks. Tell your professors, give me extra marks. My mother is the first woman Paralympian to have won a medal in the Olympics.
Don't give her that idea. She will be the first one to encash it.
Okay, I won't give her. You're remaining silent at the start, but you are the silent force behind her, because let's just go back in time, 1999, and you're fighting the Kargil war, and you find out that your wife has to go through a surgery and she's going to be almost immobile, waist down, and somewhere you were the force behind her. You were actually her trainer, right? For the
Yes,
when she was doing the short put. You all were training together. It was a team effort.
Absolutely.
So do you want half that medal or not?
She should remember that.
Does she allow you to sort of wear the medal or not?
No. Medal is hers.
But how did you all do this together? I mean, let's do the training part first. Just training for the Olympics. What was it like for you all? Was it a difficult process? Is she a difficult person to train?
Being a wife, yes. Otherwise, no.
Oh, I see. So the wife in her is more difficult to deal with than the athlete in her, right?
Yeah, that is.
So how many hours would you all train?
Morning, the gym training would be for about an hour and a half. And evenings, we used to do the skill training for about an hour.
That moment when you were on the podium, what was it like?
It was a sigh of relief first. More than the sigh of victory. Why I say relief? Because my selection in India was challenged by a fellow athlete, and I was even dragged to the High Court that her selection is not fair, and this is more of a Jaan Pehchan kind of a thing, and you know how you are accused.
I thought this only happened with Olympian athletes. Now it happens even with Paralympians. That
Yeah,
one
so
athlete fights the other.
there was a lot of controversy on already around my going to Rio, and whereas I'd worked very hard and I was there on my merit, and the selection trials were done very fairly, but since it was brought to court, I had a point to prove.
You say sigh of relief, but there must have been some tears of joy also.
Definitely. I think the tears were of disbelief that I've actually done it. Oh my God, it is done. And yes, I did break into tears, which is a very not a very normal thing that I do. I hardly cry. I don't cry at all.
She doesn't cry?
I shout. I don't cry.
She shouts. She shouts. No wonder.
My
Slight difference.
Slight difference, right? No, because you know there's a lovely quote that I have that you've given about happiness. I tell people the only disease I suffer from is happiness.
Yeah, I'm basically a very happy person. I can have others' happiness and not give up on my own.
You know, that's a remarkable thing, given what you've gone through.
Yeah.
Given that you were sort of immobile, waist down in 1999 for 17 years, where do you get the strength? Does the family give you the strength?
Yes, I'll give a lot of credit to them, because the way my, if I may call it disability, was accepted, because when I got back home, at least Bikram made an effort that nothing really changes around it. We would not talk about it, we would not do any melodrama about it, and he would encourage me to take on the duties as much as I was doing earlier. And what came forward was the love, affection, acceptance and the faith that I can still do what I do. And they would always design an alternative for me. Okay, if I was doing a thing this way, so what, now you do it this way. And I very clearly and categorically remember something that he said, that once I think in one of my low moments I said I'm a loser, and you know, like I have lost it all, and then he says, no, you are a winner. Why? Because they say that winners don't do different things, they do things differently, and now you just have to do everything differently and automatically you are a winner. So it was just
Colonel Saab, love at first sight or not? I mean, I've read that she wanted to marry someone who would teach her mobile, who would take her on a mobike, or would teach her how to ride a mobike, right? When you all were dating. So was it love at first sight?
Yes, it was.
It was love at first sight. What is it about her that attracted you so much?
The nature.
The nature.
The looks.
The looks. Arre
all right.
Arre wah, the smile.
I have to add that now.
You have to add that now. No, of course there must have been that. But you taught her how to drive a bike?
No,
ride a bike?
she knew.
She knew already. You were doing mobike challenges also.
Yeah.
You are an adventurous person. You like adventure.
And I think the only thing different I did was I kept that adrenaline and that all the hobbies and passions alive. I did not give anyone up just because I was on the chair.
So swimming, athletics, biking, you did it all?
Yes.
Even after the injury?
Yes, I did not stop doing. In fact, I wanted to do them even more, and I kind of ensured that I carried on doing something, because they also became my way of sending out a message into the society.
Devika, you know, you also suffered an injury.
Yes.
And very few people know that you also suffered an injury, as a result of which you also had a disability, and you also gone out there and not allowed it to get you down. You have an even lovelier smile than your mother. Yeah. And you know, where do you all get your strength from?
So I was very young when this happened. I was about 1.5 years old. So I think the initial years were more than me. It was my parents' responsibility, and the way my mother took it on, and the way I was always encouraged to do rehabilitative activities. I think that is the basic reason why I recovered so well. And even though I still have the impact, but I have improved.
And you do athletics.
Yes.
You compete among Paralympians.
Right.
Paralympic
Parasports, right.
parasports. So I mean, this is a family of parasports
Right,
champions. Ambika, are they tough to deal with? Your sister and your mother. Who's the easier one to deal with?
Devika.
Devika. That's not a good sign. You're a tough mother, and I can see that your husband is a Joru ka gulam. Joru ka gulam, or he's only putting out an act for TV.
No. I think I'm lucky in a way that I don't know if it is Joru ka gulam, but that's what they say, that if you have to be happily married, you might as well listen to your wife. So he's a very happily married man.
I must,
No, but there's something very interesting. When I do these things and when I'm having some celebrations of any victory and I have my friends over, or sometimes when I'm sitting with my friends, a lot of women come up and ask me, and they said, you do so many things, your husband allows you to do that. Now that word allow has never come into our lives. We've always given each other the space. We've always, one thing which probably has given me the winning streak is that he has never objected or never stopped me from doing what I love doing. Or if I take on a crazy idea of I want to cross river Yamuna, or I want to take up this, he also gets into the solution mode and also starts looking for ideas as to how I can do it or what should I do to better it.
You want to cross the Yamuna?
I did that.
Oh, you've already done that?
Yes.
Fantastic. So the original idea was started with swimming, right? Swimming was the original sport.
Yes.
Around, and that's when the Maharashtra Paralympics Association saw you swim and said, you know, you're made for sport.
And till 2009 I was swimming, and for that I have a Maharashtra's state award also, the Shiv Chhatrapati award.
That's right. That's you know.
And then I took the shift in 2009. At the age of 39, I went ahead and joined the world of athletics.
Right.
So it was an ongoing process of learning again and again. So
it's a wonderful story, because with every year you seem to have found a new skill. But let me come back to where we started. The story of 1999. You are fighting the Kargil war. Your wife suffers this injury. What were you thinking? What were the thoughts in your mind at that time? Were you thinking about her or just the mission that you had at the border?
That it had to be a closed mind, because either close her when out there at the duty, and when I did get leave, they sent me immediately on 14 days leave. So when I was here, then I had to shut off that part. Because otherwise it was...
So when you were there, you had to just shut off the fact that your wife was going through these surgeries and that your wife... You just had to... It couldn't have been easy.
No, I mean...
You're making it sound much easier than it is.
Couldn't have survived.
You couldn't have... No, I can understand that. And then you took premature retirement so that you could help train her to become an even better athlete.
Hanji, that was way back, 2006.
She didn't put a gun on your head and said, Vikram, Vikram, you better do this, nahi to main...
She was against me coming home.
Achha, she didn't want you to come home. You trained her with the short part, must be weight training, a lot of weight training must have gone into it, a lot of sort of skill training. It's a tough task for people out there who are watching this program to become a champion. There's a lot of effort, right?
I left a lot of effort on her part, definitely.
A lot of
because we were like the weight training and the strength training. There was a different instructor, and I was looking after the skill part.
And in Rio, were you there in Rio with her?
Oh yes.
So when you were there in Rio with her, what was going through your mind? Were you all sort of planning every day, looking at who the competitors are? Was there a lot of strategizing?
No, we basically kept the mind free, no tensions, no pressure.
You went to
and only last minute instructions.
You haven't, it's not as if you've scaled Mount Everest. You want to scale some other mountain now.
Baby ko gold pasand hai.
Baby ko gold pasand hai.
So the color of the Paralympic medal has to change to gold now.
Welcome back. We are with India's family number one, the Maliks. After the remarkable performance of Deepa Malik, the first Indian woman to win a medal at the Paralympics, her husband and her two lovely daughters. I have to ask you this. after the Olympics, when PV Sindhu wins a silver, Sakshi wins a bronze, they're taken on a motorcade, every sponsor wants to line up to be with them, crores of money are offered to them by various state governments. Do you feel the Paralympians are left out? Would you like the same kind of celebration, the same rewards, the same awards, possibly even a Khel Ratna that today our Olympian athletes get?
Definitely. I think when we talk of an inclusive India, this is a very important part of being inclusive, because if we are treated at par with the able-bodied, it itself is a huge reflection into the society of acceptance. So it's not just about the awards and rewards and the cash awards, but if they do come forward and treat us equal, it's going to change the health of the nation also.
So all you builders out there, you want to give Deepa a real prize? Give her an even bigger house than she lives in today. Why not? If you can do it for our Olympian athletes, you can do it for our Paralympians. But both of you, Devika, you've been working with your mother on this, right? You won many medals also in para sports, but you all have been working to encourage other para athletes as well, trying to organize them better. Do you think that they get the kind of support that they deserve?
Before these games, I would say there were a lot of disparities that we've been working on for a long time. Like my mother mentioned, she was part of the 5-year planning working group, and there a lot of policies were changed to bring them at par with able-bodied sports, especially in the central government and the Haryana government. So that has happened, we've come this far, and the kind of reception that they have received after the Paralympics, I think this is what will actually change the face of para sports in India. And
you think this is a turning point?
It is
definitely
a huge turning point.
It's a huge turning point, because 4 medals. Yeah. Right, I mean, Devendra Jajaria also quite remarkable with what he achieved. He's 2-time gold medalist, and I must be honest, I didn't even know about his first medal. I didn't know that he was a gold medal winning athlete way back in 2004.
Yes.
You know, so I didn't even know that. So I think this is, maybe the media is finally waking up.
I think a huge credit to media, because
though we should have gone to Rio for the Paralympics, we never sent a team. We never sent a team for that. So I must plead guilty.
Yes, anyway, there's always a next time, and there's always a good beginning. So
you know, the reason I'm saying this, for example, in your college, do you all have ramps? Do you all have special spaces, or because I've often seen, you know, across India, there still isn't that recognition that there may be people who need ramps.
I think a lot of private spaces like malls and the private educational institutions have finally gotten that awareness. And if you look at the Delhi Metro, for example, but there are still a lot of public spaces, public sector spaces that need to catch up.
Absolutely. Your college has it?
Yes.
You have ramps, not bad. So your college is staying with the times.
Yeah, it's a global business school, so they have to go by the global standards.
Sure. Because
I wish all Indian schools and all the government places and all the common public areas. But there is a lot.
I'm just wondering whether we are truly an inclusive society. You know, we say all this in TV programs, but are we truly inclusive? And do we sometimes do it more out of sympathy, you know, poor thing there, rather than see them as, you know, as you've shown, that you can do anything. If you have the will, you can do anything that a so-called able-bodied person can do.
Yeah, so that was the idea behind it. So when I set out on this, my own mission of ability beyond disability, that's exactly was the idea, to erase the doubts in the potential of a physically challenged person, or even to encourage an individual in any kind of disability to believe in oneself and have some passions and follow your heart and be as normal. I don't know why that word is there. Are you a normal, or are you I'm more than normal. I'm a very fun person. I am normal.
What do you do for fun when you're not doing sport?
Oh, I love doing rallies. So I think being on roads is something which I find really crazy and nice and rejuvenating.
The speed, is it? You like high speed stuff?
Yeah, I do. I go for rafting, and I'd go for rope valley crossing, and sea swimming is something which I'm looking on. Yes.
Cooking.
Good cook? Are you going to give her full marks for cooking? A medal for cooking?
Yes, definitely.
What's her favorite? What's your favorite dish that she makes for you?
I mean, I think they're not any fixed dish as such, but overall any dish.
नहीं, आप कुछ पसंद करते होंगे special. When you are very nice to her and in your coaching, she must be making something for you. क्या बनाती है? छोले कुछ तो
नहीं अभी तो this coaching time तो she was on a very strict diet.
अच्छा, she was on a strict diet.
Yeah, that was the biggest challenge actually.
Had to be kept away from the kitchen.
अच्छा, she had to be kept.
No cheating.
No,
also.
but you'll be surprised. One day I just picked up an apple from the fruit bowl and I was just about to cut it when both my daughters came running and they said no, and I said I'm having a fruit. He said it's good you're having a fruit, but you will not touch the knife. We don't want you to hurt your fingers.
My God.
So that kind of involvement was there from the family.
It was a team effort in that sense.
Absolutely.
Right?
Because
I mean,
the girls had practically taken over the house. They would not let me enter the kitchen.
You like to eat?
I am a foodie, though I do know how much to eat, but I love to eat. There's no doubt about it. I love sweets. I love eating jalebis.
So in the build-up to the Olympics, no jalebis?
No jalebis.
Sure, na?
Sure.
Yeah, he was minding it. You were ensuring no jalebis?
I think this time I was really self-driven, and I was myself very, very focused because I was not letting anything come between the medal and me.
You were not letting anyone come between
and so much so that the family also became so much of a part of it that we would avoid getting certain foods. They almost started eating the same boiled chicken and eggs that I was eating every day.
Have the sweets returned to the house or not?
Oh yes.
The mithai
the
mithai has returned
yes.
Now you have every...
but it is just a very small break.
Yes,
but I still have to turn the color to gold. Na?
She got to start training all over again now.
Oh, you're going to train her all over again? What's the next goal?
July.
July is what?
The
World Championships.
So this is going to continue, huh? You haven't. It's not as if you've scaled Mount Everest. You want to scale some other mountain now.
Baby ko gold pasand hai.
Baby ko gold pasand hai.
So the color of the Paralympic medal has to change to gold now.
Well, ma'am, you've been an inspiration to millions as a result of what you've achieved and done. This entire family is a true inspiration, and it's your birthday, and you're allowed to eat sweets now.
Today, yes.
So we're going to ensure that somewhere we'll cut a cake.
Yes.
And we're going to at least either cut a cake or have sweets and celebrate with India's family #1. Thank you all very much. Deepa, Vikram Singh, Devika, Ambika, wonderful to have you. May that medal turn from silver to gold, ma'am.
Yes,
that's all we want. Next
yes.
time, we interview you.
I really want to do that. I promised I'm going to give it all I got.
What did you say? Baby ko?
Gold pasand hai.
Baby ko gold pasand hai. On that lovely note, with this lovely family and a story that should lift our spirits, thank you very much for watching. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Lovely, lovely. Happy birthday. You have to blow the candle, Devika. Well done. Good. Come on. Well done.